Happy Hockey Friday night, everybody. We've got a shotgun edition of Shoot Another Flyers show. The Philadelphia Flyers just made their selection at number 6 overall with Porter Martone, the best player available on the board, going with the best player over the organizational need at center. Whether or not it's the right pick or not, we will find out over the next couple of years, but Martone definitely fits the bit of a build that the Philadelphia Flyers need. A big 6'3 winger. I had it up here and now I lost it, of course. But a big 6'3 winger. He was tied for seventh in the OHL with 98 points. He scored 37 goals, 61 assists in 57 games. Flyers just couldn't bypass the need for a big time winger in that situation, and depends upon who you listen to. You know, they made the right call. One of the guys that I've gotten to know fairly well in the industry is Shane Malloy. He ranks his puts his list out on Twitter. It doesn't always match exactly what the national pundits say, but it does usually somewhat mirror it. He had Martone listed as the third best player in this draft. And that definitely says something, you know, when you're paid to take a look at every single one of the people that, you know, get brought into the organization. So, Philadelphia Flyers once again select Porter Martone, a 6'3 winger. Size, skill, combative play, dual threat shooting and passing position. As a first line forward, projected top 5 pick, he gets selected 6 overall by the Philadelphia Flyers. The draft still ongoing. They're at pick number 11 right now. Roger McQueen to the Anaheim Ducks at number 10, which was a bit of a disappointment. Somebody that I was hoping the Flyers would be able to trade up into the mid teams to get, but after a lot of noise and a couple of trades earlier today, it ends up not being all of that fruitful on the trade front. A whole big whopping 0 trades in the top 10 of the NHL draft. We're joined by a special guest, and that's my good buddy Jim Behringer,
Yo,
who's
who's
been
this guy? Who am I?
all
Who am I?
over,
I don't know. What's up?
all
Chris,
over
what's
the
going on?
internet, all over the internet today. Jim Behringer, Flyers take Martone at 6. Your
Love it.
first
Love it.
reaction?
Great pick. Great pick. I was just on another show. We're dissecting the Flyers pick. We're dissecting a lot of picks. I love it. Porter Martone, typical Philadelphia Flyer. Either James Higgins or Martone. I think it wouldn't have been, Higgins goes to the Bruins. Good for them. Martone, typical Flyers player. Like I told you, I've texted a bunch of guys. I've said this in my draft analysis everywhere.
Mhm.
Martone, Martin, and Higgins are the 3 sleepers in this draft. Everybody overthought it.
Yep, I can't disagree with you on that one. You know, best player available sometimes outweighs when you kind of have questions. And that's the thing is yes, Higgins did come in as the number 1 consensus pick in this year, but there was a reason he fell down to 8.
They overthought it.
Everybody overthought it. There you
Everybody
go.
overthought it. Because I'll
Yeah.
say this, like I've had a bunch of guys on, especially guys that cut Flyers, but do scouting and stuff. He has the highest talent and the highest ceiling. Like he scored big goals for World Juniors for Team USA, scored big goals for Boston College in Big Hockey East, Big East, and in the Frozen Four, right? But it still wasn't good enough. Playing against 21-year-olds, averaging a point per game. Tell me, what else do you want him to do? As an 18-year-old in college, like I don't know what else you want him to do. He's not Macklin Celebrini. Those guys, a dime a dozen, right? Like those guys come along, like those are special players, right?
I'm gonna throw a name out at you that he played with at BC. How does he compare to a Ryan Leonard in Washington?
Different player, but because I don't know what he is. Is he a 1C? Is he a 1 wing? Like I don't know what he is yet. I think Boston wants to make him a center. That's why they took him that 7.
Hmm.
But to me, man.
He's that tweener. He's got that winger vibe to you.
Yeah, he could go either side, man. He's versatile. He's a versatile player. But he's a good player. Boston's got a good player, but Philadelphia's got a great player, Martone too. I love Martone, man. It's a pro. I said this on another show. I don't think he has those vibes, but
Hmm.
he could be similar to like a John LeClair type player for them.
I mean, you've got John LeClair in the building teaching him how to play hockey, so
I
that's not
mean, I'm just
necessarily a
saying.
bad
I mean,
thing.
shout out to John LeClair's cousin, Tommy Bones. I went to college with up at St. Mike's, UVM guy. Went to UVM. Johnny LeClair, all those guys up there. So my boy T Rock up there too. He knows LeClair. So, but Johnny LeClair's the man. Good people. So I just want to shout out to Johnny LeClair and everybody that he knows here on a Flyer. I mean, it's Flyers podcast, so I should shout him out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Rick Tockett had a chance to talk with some of the local podcasts here. Didn't have a ton to say outside of he watched a little bit of tape on Martone. How do you think Martone fits under a Tockett system, Jim?
I think he fits perfectly under a Tahe system. The way I saw from what I saw from Tockett in Vancouver when we had like JT Miller there and Besser and those guys, he's going to fit right in. Big physical guy in front of the net. Besser scored a ton of goals in front of the net for Vancouver when he played for Tockett.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Martone's going to be perfect. Don't put expectations. Expect this kid to come in right away. He's not. Right? He's not going to come in. They're going to give him time to develop. That's what they're doing down in Philadelphia.
Another year in Brampton, do you think?
I think so. At least another year. At least.
Okay.
I think so.
I mean, you got to have at least a little respect. 18 years old, so the O is getting younger, but it's still going to be hella talented. A lot of younger players going to be able to develop there, and then a good chunk of them moving to the NCAA. It seems to be the route that a lot of them are taking, but still a huge opportunity for Porter to develop with Brampton.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got time to develop, right? They got a lot of young players coming, right? Philadelphia, so it's not like they expect him to come in and help this lineup right away, right? When he does, he's going to be a great compliment to, like, you have the Mitchkoffs there, right? Zegras is there. When it's his time, he's going to slot right into where he needs to be, and he's going to help the Flyers out perfectly.
NHL comp. I've seen, and I personally think it's a little too lofty just because of the talent they have with the Canucks. What have you heard for the NHL comp there for Porter Martone?
I mean, I've heard different comparables. I think it's a reach to call him a Kachuk because those guys are just like those guys are built like differently. If I had to say what type of player he was, like he can be, and it's so hard, right? Because I hate putting the expectations on the kid to say, "Oh, he's so and so," right? I think the biggest comparison, and I think I heard Kevin Weeks say it, it's Corey Perry. And if you're gonna get Corey Perry out of Porter Martone, you're getting a really good hockey player.
Yeah, no, you would definitely be pretty stoked with that career.
I just don't know if it's. I don't think it's Matthew Tkachuk-esque, right? But I think it can be more towards Perry the way he plays in front of the net.
He seems like one of the more projectable players in a very volatile draft.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people are just over scouting. Like I heard a lot of underselling of Martone too. Like I heard, I saw some mocks had him out.
The Philadelphia Flyers have traded up to 12 according to this broadcast with Pittsburgh of all teams.
Interesting. I wonder who they want.
So
Eklund.
Oh, if they get Eklund, I would be so happy. He was such a nice kid at the combine. Oh, so this is live breaking at the moment. I had it up here on the side. They traded 22 and 31 to Pittsburgh to move up to 12.
I think they go Eklund here.
I would not be upset with Eklund, although that's another winger.
I mean, unless they go D here.
Aitchison or
Maybe,
Jackson
yeah, Aitchison.
Jackson
We could go
Jackson
Aitchison here.
Smith. You
Jackson
got
Smith or Aitchison.
Jackson
I
Smith or
could see it.
Aitchison.
I
So
don't understand Pittsburgh's pick, but okay, they took they went off the
did
board.
did they?
Yeah, at 11.
Oh yeah, Ben Kindle. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's Pittsburgh for you.
yeah,
Pittsburghing it up.
man.
But all right, we're sitting here. Flyers are on the clock. They've got 2 minutes for us to sit here and gab. A lot of players off the board, but at number 12, so clearly somebody falling down the board that the
Well, yeah, I mean,
Flyers
Eastonson,
would want to
Jackson
get.
Smith, Eklund. I mean, like you have a lot of. I think if they're
Sasha
moving up, they like a defenseman here.
Sasha, I'm probably gonna butcher this. Bohemondine is a right-hander. I know
Yeah.
that. And right now, right-handed defensemen are premium. We
Well,
saw
yeah,
it with the
yeah.
trades earlier today.
We saw that with what Kesselring got, right?
Mm-hmm. Kesselring with the trade for Dobson earlier today.
Yeah, Dobson, 2 first-round picks, and Emil Heineman.
Let's just recap for the people since we're sitting here.
Wait.
Kind of talking about picks. You had Matthew Schaefer from Erie going 1, which made perfect sense to the Islanders. Michael Misa 2 to the Sharks. Frondell 3 to the Blackhawks. Caleb Desnoyers, which is a great pick by the Mammoth. And Brady Martin, a shocker to Nashville. And then the choice between Porter Martone, James Higgins. Philly goes with Martone. Higgins goes to Boston. Jake O'Brien, solid pick for the Kraken. Radim Merca, the first defender off the board.
Is it though? How many
I
centers do
mean,
they need?
yeah. I mean, but you got to imagine that allows them to then move off of somebody that they don't believe in, like a Shane Wright who hasn't done anything for
That's their
several
fault
years.
for
Look, I'm not.
coach that developed them in the AHL.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just simply stating the fact that if you have the center, you can clear the center.
Yeah, saying. I know, but and then Shane Wright's gonna make them pay someplace down the road.
Radim Merca went to Buffalo at 9. Roger McQueen.
Like that pick.
That was a really good pick, especially after.
Except Adams won't see him.
Yeah,
when he makes the NHL.
I'm
getting a lot of texts. Aitchison is probably the guy.
Okay.
I think Aitchison's gonna go.
Here. I think they would be very happy with Kishon Aitchison in this opportunity.
I'm getting texts about Aitchison here.
All right, it sounds about right.
Like
Philadelphia Flyers will wait for it to pop up. Is that BG? I think is that Brandon Graham? It's dark outside. I know that.
Yeah, BG. Yep.
Look at that. I don't even need a nameplate to tell me Philadelphia athletes. Of course I should be. I'm in the Philadelphia media. So Brandon Graham making the pick for the Philadelphia Flyers at number 12. Centers have been going off the board. Do they grab a center here, Jim? That would just make too much sense.
They did.
Jack Nesbitt.
They went Nesbitt here.
Center. Jack Nesbitt out of Windsor. Out of the OHL, looking at my lovely little list here. Nesbitt was ranked 25th on Shane Malloy's list there. Let's go ahead.
I wonder what Shane's saying right now.
I can tell you at least what he had in his write up there.
No, Shane Malloy does great work with draft props. I think I said this on another show I was just on. I think there's the Florida Panther effect right now. They want
I can see that.
I think everybody wants like a stud center because you saw it with Barkov and you see it with Bennett and Lundell, and you have yet to see the best of Anton Lundell. I'll say that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the guy's offensively gifted and he's playing D on the third line.
Yeah, while everyone's going to try to emulate what Florida has done, that's really difficult to do because everybody's trying to do the same thing. The profile on Nesbitt, a 6'4" center, 183 pounds, lefty, 18 years old, out of Sarnia. Consensus 28 pick on Elite Prospects. So I'm not going to go ahead and say it's a reach, but centers were coming off the board at an alarming rate, so it seemed like the
Feels like,
Flyers
I don't want to
wanted to
criticize
go and
Danny
get a
Briere.
center.
I don't want to criticize Danny Briere here, and I don't want to get people in trouble. I don't want to get. I mean, I'm already probably in trouble with the devil paraphernalia behind me for fans from Philadelphia. But it feels like a fantasy hockey move when centers just go off the board. Everybody just wants to take a center.
It,
I mean,
it, it
if they valued him at 13 and they didn't at 12, and they didn't think they were going to be able to get a player like that.
I don't think he's there at 22. I will say
I
that.
don't think he's there at 22,
But
but
yeah, to move off of basically the 32 overall pick last year was traded for 31 this year. To move up, I could see it. You kind of just kick the can down the road a little
yeah.
bit, but
No, I mean, again, he's not going to be playing for a little bit, so.
and that's the important thing. 6'4" frame, defensive abilities, and that reads like Sean Couturier to me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly.
lie.
It's John Couturier, and apparently Porter Martone had a poster of Claude Giroux on his
Well, there you go.
wall. So I mean, there you go.
I mean,
Speaking of G, it sounds like him and the Senators want to get a deal done, but I think it's not gonna be Jamie. It's gonna be similar to Jamie Benn's deal, but I think the base salary is like $2.5 million.
okay. So there you go. Note that one at
at
the 17-minute mark.
A 1-year deal. I know for a
Okay.
fact it's a 1-year deal, but I wonder what the bonus structure is going to be. I can imagine it's something similar to Jamie Benn.
Is it? And it's designed to give Ottawa a little more flexibility there.
Exactly.
So there you go.
I think they get it done
insider.
I think they're going to get it done by the weekend.
Okay, there you go.
So here's funny thing. So somebody put out, I don't know if it's a Flyers thing, but John Tavares signed today. I did a podcast talking about Tavares and the Duchesne deal about 4.5 is probably what's going to get it done. Pagnotta put something out. Shout out to my buddy there, and he said, they're moving in the right direction. 4.25. His cap hits 4.38, but he took $2 million in deferred, which is basically the Matt Duchesne deal in Dallas.
Okay.
So it's exactly the Matt Duchesne deal in Dallas. 4 times 4.5. That's your comparable.
Well, that's what setting the market will do.
No, but it's also Brad Treliving basically saying, hey, you know what? You want to be here. This is what you're taking it. You want to go someplace else? That's fine. But again, the center market, there's no centers.
That I think that is definitely a crux of part of the move there. I think for the Flyers as well is Danny Briere was very vocal about saying it was hard to find centers.
You can't find one anywhere. There's no centers around.
So, I mean, even when they were talking about the Islanders moving up for Higgins, it was going to cost them Barzell from everything that I heard. And
I don't think they're going to give up. I don't think they. I personally think. I personally think the deal out there was Utah, and I think Jersey was going to come back the other way.
Wow. Okay. And it just fell apart. Which side do you think backed away?
I don't know. I think it's just my guess on what was going to come back the other way. I think it would have been 4 in Jersey for Dobson.
Okay.
Maybe something else. Maybe like a Holmstrom would have been thrown.
Okay, so that was before Dobson
was
even.
That was yesterday.
Okay.
And then basically it was like, okay, well, he only wants to stay in the Eastern Conference. That took everybody out of it.
Yeah, well, that'll also happen in those trade negotiations when the players have that power.
All right, well, because Utah made the most sense because they need a right shot D, and so did Nashville.
Well, everybody's looking for right shot D. At this juncture,
right shot defenseman too.
Yeah, I mean, if Ristolainen's healthy, that's at least one on their roster.
Those got to stay healthy, man.
I've
always liked that kid.
That's the question mark. He looks so good the first maybe 40 games of last season for the Flyers.
Yeah.
And it's just the wear and tear of a long season that's now going to have 2 more games, Jim. Yeah. 84 games in the NHL season.
And then we cut back, so.
Yeah. I don't understand that why you had two more games. What's the
and then we're going to – well, here's the issue. This is what I tell people, right? It's like, okay, yeah, you're going to start the season in September. You're still ending in mid-June. Oh, well, you have to end early. Why? Players ask for Olympics and World Cup, so you have to factor in a 2.5 week break, and not to mention the 5 to 7 days that they get off throughout the regular season. Plus, they don't play around Christmas. Like,
We can't trim it down to. Well, I mean, I guess you got to do all this. You you can get away with 72. You build that break in. 72
all
game
right, so
season would be
you go
just
tell
fine.
the owners they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose 5 home games in revenue during regular season. You
I
break
mean, I'll
that.
go tell the Buffalo owners nobody's there anyway.
I know, right? Like I mean, personally, me, I'm on the train of get the cup handed out by the end of May. Like I
I agree
personally
with
like
that.
that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like going to Florida, and I've been there a couple of years now where it's been 90 degrees down there, and I don't mind. Like I don't
Yeah.
mind. But last year it was hot going to Vegas. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was hot in Vegas. Like hot. If we could have the draft like at the beginning of June,
hmm
and then we can bring back the talking period in the National Hockey League for free agents. Like
The,
that would
the,
be
the,
nice.
the talking period when nobody's actually talking, but deals are
Yeah,
being
we all
made.
know everybody.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We all know you're talking because 12 o'clock comes around. So and so signed with this team. Like, come on, we all know it. Like, oh yeah, tampering. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Like,
Gotta love it.
gotta love it. I will say this. This is the one thing. Like, I know everybody wants to make big deal, like no tax and everything. And Marty Walsh kind of defunct it, which was nice of him. I want to know, and I know it's two different games, but imagine
Mhm.
if there was a way for NHL players and teams to restructure contracts like we
Yeah,
see in the NFL.
yeah. No, there's definitely. I mean, well, that's part of with the new CBA and them trying to reduce down the years. I think it's done to what, a 6 year max.
No, but yeah, 6 year max term. But you know
Yeah.
what? With it, but yeah, but you see, like 2 years, like Patrick Mahomes, for instance.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like 2 years into his deal, all restructured, so it gives the Chiefs more cap space.
Yeah. No, that's
Imagine
it would definitely allow teams to navigate their cap situations.
a
They're
little
going to need
better.
to figure. They're going to need to figure something out now with the LTIR
Loophole
disappearing
closed.
because
They'll
they
figure out
they.
something.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, they pay people a whole heck of a lot of money to figure out how to navigate those circumstances. So,
Yeah.
um,
It's crazy, man.
cool. I think that's about what we've got. We chatted a little bit about the main topic here, which was Porter Martone.
And then we got a pick out of it.
And we got a trade and a pick live on stream with Jim Berenger. There you go.
Hey, the people, actually, Jordan Schwartz has got that. I'm the fans insider. My friends call me that. So the
The fans
fans
are
insider here for you in Philadelphia. I hope to be down in Philly for a couple games this year, maybe more. I'd love to be in Philadelphia for some games because, as much as I, you know, may not like some teams in Philadelphia. Go Saquon. Thank you. Thank you for winning. Thank you for winning a Super Bowl. Thank you, Saquon. I'm so glad for you. So happy for you, man. No, I really am. I love going down there for games. First of all, Philadelphia fans very passionate about all their sports. Guys are knowledgeable down there. Good fan base. I like to joke around with them, but seriously, also seriousness, good people down there. I know some Flyers fans down there, good people, and I always love going to Philly for hockey.
I mean, look, if there's nothing you can say about Philadelphia and Philadelphians in general, it's they generally care, probably to a fault.
Yeah, a
While
little bit.
probably think what they care about matters a little too much.
Yeah,
But
it's all right.
but we wear that on our sleeve with pride.
I'm gonna
So
tell you this: that Philadelphia radio tomorrow, if they talk hockey, they're gonna be happy with the picks that they have. I know up in
you'll
Boston, people are gonna be happy with James Hagen's.
oh, Boston radio is gonna have a field day. Getting James Higgins down there at 7 is just
Oh my
lovely.
God, that's
So
I
lovely.
predicted he wasn't going past 7. I
You
didn't think he
did.
was gonna get past Philadelphia, but I
Same.
knew he wasn't getting past 7.
Yep. And you got to give it to the Flyers at least for kind of sticking to their guns. They didn't get the tallest player in the draft drafted, which was the 6'6" Radim Mertka. But Porter Martone 6'3" was the tallest of those players and the biggest of those players outside of Roger McQueen that was drafted, and then you got the 6'5" Jack Nesbitt. So Philadelphia making a very clear point to add size here in the first round at the 2025 NHL draft. So awesome.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens the rest of the way. I mean, as I joked, I have people at the league. I know people at the league. I always tell them before I'm gonna do something. They know I'm joking, but there's a lot of tweets out there being like, "Yo, this thing's gonna take till like 12 o'clock," and then I have to be that guy that says, "Yo, is Tony Khan producing this thing?" If you know, you know.
Yeah, no, it might be. The fact that the first pick was still going on about 27 minutes into the telecast.
But then again, that tells you again, stuff don't start on time.
No, we're required to start on time.
Let's get that fixed. How about that?
Let's go back to the draft where they announced it, they get to go, they need to shake the guy's hand, not stare at a pair of butts.
Oh well, trust me, it's coming next year. It's coming. We're going back to a centralized draft next year.
There you go, Jim Behringer, Jersey.
It's coming. I'm not the only one that's saying it. I've talked to
absolutely.
I've talked to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people in Stanley Cup final. I've talked to them beforehand. Two places I've heard are Vegas and Montreal. So take it for what that's worth. Because if you're going to centralize the draft again, those are the two places. For me personally, before I know you got to end this thing, me personally, you do a rotating schedule, 4 places. Maybe 5. Throw in 5. I do it with the All-Star game too, but 5 places. Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
Okay.
Nashville.
Okay.
LA and Dallas.
I can respect outside of Dallas.
Right. Yeah. 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Dallas,
yeah,
I'm saying I'm throwing a bone to somebody down south. Like.
I mean, Ryan Smith's getting one in Utah at some point.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Like, I can live with Utah. Like, I can live with that. But
I don't disagree. I need one a little more local. I need one in Philly, New Jersey,
Nashville, Montreal, Vegas, and LA.
You got to do New York somewhere in there. You've got the Islanders, the Rangers, the Devils, the Flyers down the road.
Radio City?
Radio City's fine by me.
Why not? NHL take over? I'd like
the NBA ain't using it no more.
No, neither is the NFL. NFL took it on the road, man.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a deal. Radio City.
Hey, why not, right? I'd go.
I would be there if they let me.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah, there you go. Jersey Jim for RG Media. Where can the lovely people find your stuff, Jim?
Oh, at Jim Behringer. Get me at RG Media. Full Press Hockey. Full Press Hockey on YouTube. Follow along. We did a live stream 2:00 today. We broke down the Dobson trade and we said what was going to happen around the NHL. Looked at some other rumors. What was going on? Probably. Oh, NHLrumors.com as well. Is another spot that I write. I have my own Substack as well. Just writing some things coming out, my thoughts out there. But love it. It's great work. Follow this guy right here too, Chris. Man, this guy's doing great work. He did great work with Caps at Hockey Writers this year. So follow his work too because he's a man.
Appreciate that. No, I definitely appreciate that. Well, Jim, thanks for stopping by. We'll have you on soon, and we'll go ahead and yeet you out of there. As the Philadelphia Flyers make 2 picks. They make a trade. They make a couple of picks. They get some size and very, very big additions coming to Voorhees, New Jersey. So that'll do it for this Shotgun Edition. Draft night. Shoot another Flyer show. We'll see you guys soon.
Want you to bleed for me.